नमस्कार, आप देख रहे हैं दिल्ली ग्लोरियस और मैं हूं आपके साथ सपना मदेशिया। शुरुआत करते हैं आज की कुछ खास खबरों से।
Welcome to Free Trade Agreement, and this was long pending for 20 years. For 2 decades, India and European Union had been discussing for a trade deal like this, and that finally it has found closure is good for our nations, for European Union nations as well as for us. Also, at the same time, it also establishes that when we have convergences over democracy, world trade, global trade order, as well as international rules-based order, then there's a lot that can be achieved. So this trade agreement would be an indicator of that. And I would just hope that this would benefit both nations and their populations would continue to thrive under trade, and we will continue to have a global trade order, and we welcome what comes along with it. At the same time, I would like to congratulate the foreign minister because he has been trying to reach a negotiation point where it has led to this deal. And that is what I would say. That also understanding that European Union right now faces its toughest challenge with its transatlantic ally, and even with USA charging us immense tariffs. So this would be something which would be looked forward to.
EU business leaders to de-risk supply chain via new FT. Speaking at the India-EU Business Forum, the Prime Minister highlighted the unprecedented alignment between the two democratic powers.
Yes, just like I said in my previous answer, that it is the coming together of values where we believe in democracies, we believe in an international rules-based order, we believe in joint prosperity as well as shared responsibility, and a global trade order which is functional and is not held to ransom as and when it pleases. So to de-risk these supply chains is something that the Prime Minister has spoken about, and is something which has been spoken a lot after the COVID pandemic, that many of the countries which hold on to the monopolies of supply chains, usually at their will and on the base of their political decisions, choke those supply chains. So it is important to de-risk the nation, as especially European Union, from such challenges.
Ma'am, on new regulation, Mr. Pradhan says, I assure everyone that there will be no discrimination and no one can misuse the law.
What is the value of his assurance? What is he even talking about? The only thing he should do is to withdraw this particular notification, because what is written is implementable by law. What is spoken are just oral assurances. It's absolutely ridiculous for him to come and make a comment like this, instead of assuring all those people who are protesting that this kind of guidelines that have been introduced, which are discriminatory, which are not following the natural course of justice, which are vague, and which can be open to misuse, is withdrawn immediately, because generations of students would suffer because of the poison that this particular guidelines would leave on the campus. And as an education minister, I would expect him to take that stance, and instead of saying, oh, I assure you, what are assurances worthy of? Oral assurances, that too. They will not even stand the legal scrutiny of law. So I think the education minister needs to understand the outrage it has created, the guidelines have created, and do course correction.
Ma'am, Mr. Comment to all the members that in our parliamentary democracy, we have been elected to speak, to represent on behalf of the people, to speak for the people. So while exercising our right to speak, we also have a duty to listen to members of other political parties, so that our parliamentary democracy can continue to function with full vibrancy, he said during the all-party meet.
Very, very interesting words being used about cooperation and democracy and opposition voices being heard. However, there are many such challenges that the democracy is facing in terms of opposition getting equal amount of space, equal amount of fair play, and democracy is not skewed towards those who are in positions of power. Since the budget session begins, there are many issues that the opposition would have with regards to the functioning of the government, as well as the challenges that people are facing across the country. And I hope that we will get the space to